Hello and welcome to the cottage. I'm Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is a very special deck for a very special reading today. We are approaching midsummer and the dark half of the year, if you follow the wheel of the year. And I do. So for the first half of the year, we are in the light half. So we go through Imbolc, we go through Astara, we go through Beltane. We're building the light. We're building to the brightest and longest day of the year, which is midsummer. And then after midsummer, we get into the dark half of the year. After midsummer, the days get shorter and shorter. We get to Lunasa, Mabon, Samhain, and eventually Yule, the shortest day of the year. So this particular spread that I want to do for midsummer, we are going to be looking at what we want to shed for the dark and what we want to bring into the light. So we have the shadow card here, and we have the light card here from my Dark Reflections Shadow Work deck. So we basically, the point of this is we want to shed as much shadow as we can going into the dark half of the year so that we focus more on the light. If we don't, people tend to get what is known as seasonal affective disorder. And going into the season of autumn and winter, there's some depression with that. People are, vitamin D deficient, and it just tends to be a little more sad. So let's focus on this reading. Let's set the intention right now to bring to the light what we need to focus on and to purify what we need to let go. If that sounds good to you, stick around. Let's do it. So I am going to kind of back up here so you can kind of see me shuffling. So I can, first of all, this is a beautiful deck. It's Dark Reflections by Muci. Beautiful deck, but yeah, it is a little harsh, but that's okay because the point of this is to get the darkness out of the way so we can focus on the light. So stick with me. It's, it's a tarot reading, right? It's not all sunlight and roses, right? That's not why we come to our divination sources, right? We come to it when we need to know what to let go. So we're going to get all the cards out, and I know you can't see everything that I'm doing, but trust me, I will show you. So I'm pulling shadow cards now, and we're just going to do 4 on each side. These two guys. I got my 4 shadow cards. Now I'm going to grab the 4 light cards. And I have my crystals here. This is black obsidian, and it's pointed away to get rid of the shadow, or not get rid of the shadow, but get rid of the dark. And then the healing, golden healer coming towards us to bring in the light. Love working with crystals in this way. And I don't have any set, real set spread or anything. I'm just doing 4 and 4, what I call an open spread. Okay, now I'm going to make these look pretty. Get rid of my wrinkles. All right. So let's get rid of the dark first. So the first card, well, there we go. What a beautiful representation. So here we have the 10 of Swords. This is when we let so much going on in our minds affect our entire body. So anger can affect the liver and the kidneys, right? And, you know, anxiety can affect the stomach. So we see all of these swords directly affecting this person's body. He's got a bottle of like the antidote, right? But he's not taking it. So this is when we let all our problems fester in our bodies. So let's decide not to do that. Can we all collectively decide not to do that? Let's not build up these problems and let them fester in our body. Let's take care of these problems instead of letting them settle into our bodies. So that's something that we can collectively tackle. If there's a problem, let's deal with it instead of letting it fester. So collectively, we know we need to deal with that. Right? Okay. 6 of Pentacles. This card is all about, you know, equilibrium and balance and, you know, sharing where we should and borrowing and loaning where we should. So here we see, because it is a shadow deck, we see that we are giving money where we shouldn't be giving. And, you know, we have here a beggar that really should have the money. Can we collectively stop giving away our money maybe to things that and companies and conglomerates maybe, and, you know, we go for the easy in this society, and we really should shop small companies instead of big companies. So maybe instead of like clicking on maybe Amazon, maybe we should maybe invest our money in small businesses. I think we all do that. I know I do. And I really should, instead of the convenience of Amazon specifically, it's so easy and convenient to just click, it'll be here in 2 days, when I can get in my car and shop small instead. So I think that's a good lesson there. Something to go forward. Maybe stop giving Jeff Bezos my money and start giving it to small businesses. I think that's something that is a problem with me, I know for sure. All right. 5 of Swords. I know for me, this is such a bully card, but I know it's also a standing up for yourself and learning not to be a doormat. In the past, I've let other people stand up for me. And I know a lot of people who are like that. And can we collectively, because this is a collective reading, can we collectively learn to just say no and not let others push us around? Can we collectively learn to set our own boundaries rather than let other people set boundaries for us? I think we should. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can draw our own sword in the sand and just say no rather than, having other people do it for us. I think we can do that. That's definitely something something dark that we need to be aware of that we do. All right. 9 of Pentacles. To me, this card speaks of gratitude. If we are, we see the falcon is flying away. If we are not grateful for what we have, we could lose those things. Absolutely. I think this card speaks of a lot of things that we take for granted in our lives. And I think we need to collectively show gratitude for the wonderful things in our life, lest they be taken away. We have homes, hopefully. We have bed, we have shelter, we have food, we have water. Things could happen, natural disasters can happen and take all those things away from us. We have to be grateful for what we have, or they'll be taken away from us. I truly, truly think that if we show more gratitude, we will get more things to be grateful for. So I think we can collectively show more gratitude, but we can collectively get rid of maybe the feeling that that we have what we have and take for granted what we have. If that makes sense. I love how these line up. We've got air and earth. The air and earth, thought and things, are in our shadows. Thoughts and things. Those are the 2 main things that are in our dark. Thoughts and things. Yeah? All right, let's look at the light. Let's bring some things into the light. And we have the Death card. And these are things that these are habits we are stopping. These are attachments that we have gotten rid of. Go us. Yeah. Collectively, these are things that we are no longer giving our energy to. We are shaping our focus on things that matter to us rather than things that we do no longer want to give our energy to. We have shifted that focus, and now we are bringing things into the light that are better for us and better for our healing journey. Yes, yes, yes. Love this card. Yes. Leave in the comments what are you focusing on in your healing journey? I want to know. If you want to tell me, I would love to know what those are in the comments. But everybody's cheering and just, you know, being a cheerleader for us, that we are bringing that into the light. Eight of Wands. What was stagnant is now moving. So, you know, things that, again, that we have let die are now moving. Yeah, it's all looks like lava here, like they're burning away. This is kind of purification by fire. So these two very much go together. Eight of Wands is like swift movement, right? We are swiftly burning away what doesn't serve us. And I love that. We're just going to move this so it gets more in the picture. There we go. There we go. This could also mean things that were moving swiftly are finally slowing down. You know, however you want to look at it. Whatever feels right to you. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here. This three-way, I know that sounds dirty, but I'm not meaning it to. This three-way relationship that you have working together is no longer working. So you are stepping away from that, gathering your own thoughts, and, you know, allowing yourself to get your own thoughts together. Maybe this project that you're working on is not good for you, so you're stepping away to find your own healing. The Three of Pentacles is always about coming together, three minds coming together to make something that's wonderful together. But in this card, they're not working together, and maybe that's a good thing for you. That is a good thing for you because it's under the light. So maybe that breaking away has something to do with these wands here. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of pentacles. A lot of financial trouble is finally clearing up once you let this go over here. And there we go, Knight of Pentacles. Now you have time to contemplate and plan. Now that now that you're no longer giving away your money to the wrong people, now you're planning and contemplating and investing money where it needs to go. Now you've got a better plan. And this is not only a plan for your future, but also for your family's future. Now you've got a plan. Now everything is making sense and flowing in the right direction with that Knight of Pentacles. Now things can finally begin to make sense. Now that you're not, aha, these two make sense. Look now. Now that you're not giving money to the wrong people, you can step away and finally invest your money where it needs to go. Towards the light, towards a healing, better place. So, to recap, thoughts are hurting your body, So we're going to stop letting them fester, and we're going to just deal with them one thing at a time, not letting them all build up. We're going to set boundaries for ourselves. We're going to not spend money where it doesn't need to go. We're going to show gratitude for what we have, lest we lose those things. These are the things that we are burning away from us and letting go as we head into the dark half of the year. As far as for the light half of the year, letting go of bad habits and negative attachments that no longer serve us. This will allow us to finally get things moving in the right direction, and or if they're moving too fast, allow it to slow down. Whatever applies to you, right? We are breaking away from a situation that is not working good for us. That may have something to do with this card, right? So we can finally make better plans for our future and for our family. So that was your Midsummer, halfway through the wheel of the year shadow work tarot reading. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you got something from this, and I hope this helps you get through this mid-year hump in toward the dark half of the year with a plan set into motion. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch. Please check out all my information down in the description box below. Live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.